I entered the prison system in the 80s. By the 90s, all the political platforms were based on getting tough on crime.
Thugs who take cars at gunpoint should sit in a cell so long that when they get out, they're going to be too darn old to drive.
We had a big push for more prisons. More prisons, more prisons. Lock them up, throw away the key mentality.
You will be put away and put away for good.
The prison population started rising. There was not much to do while in prison. Just sit there, rot away, and just do your time.
When they took Pell and Tap away in '94, the colleges came in and just packed up their supplies and their books, and you just felt the hope being drawn out of that prison.
I was the last guy in the state of New York to ever get a bachelor's degree through the government-funded Pell Grant. The man who was responsible for the master's program, Bill Weber, I went to him and I said, Bill, if we have no bachelor's degree anymore, then we will have no master's degrees. And he said to me, you know, you like to fix things, John. Why don't you fix it?
When I landed in Sing Sing, they were a group of old-timers that already had their degrees, started to brainstorm about how to create a college program. And I had so many credits already that they started including me in those conversations. And I remember some of those guys, John Mandela and John Valverde and Mervyn Otero, these guys that were just building this from the ground up. And then the warden, Brian Fisher, popped in and said, hey, I felt it when college was taken away. How do we bring it back? I remember feeling like this was just a big waste of time. We're not even allowed to make phone calls. We don't have the internet. We don't have a fax machine. We have no money. So I kind of sat in the back and just watched it unfold to a place where, wow, we're going to create a college program in a maximum security prison. And, you know, little did I know, 25 years later, we'd be replicated all over the world.
It was one of those moments that things just came together.
My recollection was Bill Weber clearing the table, putting Sing Sing in the middle, and just drawing circles.
Yup.
And said, these are the 7 closest colleges. And 4 months later, Nyack College was in there planning to launch a college program.
Yeah.
We were meeting pretty regularly. We had some outside volunteers. We had the warden himself, college partners trying to figure out how to make this work. And while we were going through this conversation for 2 years, we heard through the prison grapevine that the women at Bedford had actually figured it out and had a consortium of colleges that were teaming up to deliver credit-bearing college work at Bedford Hills.
The college program at Bedford Hills got started in 1997. A group of women who had been in college lost their chance to finish their degrees when the Pell and Tap funding had been taken away. They met with the superintendent, Elaine Lord. They got together a consortium of colleges, and the college program was born. They called it College Bound. The College Bound administrators put together a document that was literally sent over to the men in Sing Sing. This is what we've done, this is how it's working, this is how we pay for things.
All right, well now we have a game plan. We have the playbook. It gave us what we needed to get past that hurdle. And we launched months later with naming of Hudson Link, creating the nonprofit, and starting classes. That launched in 1998, and then the first graduating class was 2001. It was driven and brought to fruition by incarcerated men, and that has always remained in the DNA.
People were hungry for education. This was like a family, and one person looked out for the next person. And I still think that that's the mission of Hudson Link, to help others better themselves.
25 years ago, I was at Green Haven Correctional Facility, and I was trying to figure a way how to get to Sing Sing to get to the college program. College for me, it was like an oasis in a desert. It opened my eyes, and it showed me that there's a lot more out there in the world. When I got to the program in 2005, it was a finishing college. You had to have some type of college credits. In 2008, we changed over to opening up other programs, and yeah, let's take on other men and women who want to go to college. We're no longer a finishing program.
The idea of growing it from that stable spot at Sing Sing where it's starting to take hold, are we going to try another facility? Now we're in 6 different prisons.
Wow. Not only are we in 6 facilities serving over 600 students, we also have released about 1,500 alumni back to society.
The shift from having more students that are released out into the world made us as an organization shift into more reentry support. So this is why having the New Beginnings program, which is the housing, the case manager position, the finish line positions, the community engagement manager positions, we had to address those needs and see what do folks really need.
Those things, coupled with the credentials that comes with the degree, is why we have a 98% success rate. We have given over 1,000 AA and BA degrees. Less than 2% of our students have returned to prison in 25 years. We've created an avenue for students that never thought that college would be a part of their future to get involved, complete it, get released, and change the direction of their entire life.
To see how Hudson Link embraces the changes, embraces the core of helping a person wherever they're at and with whatever they need is the fundamental that was instilled in us when we began. Those who came before us and taught us how to do it were still doing it out here where they wanted us to be.